I've come to the north of Thailand, right on the border with Laos, to a village where strange things have been happening. For the past few years, the idyllic rural life here has been disrupted. Locals have noticed their crops dying, leaves of trees dropping, their coffee plants failing, the soil not as fertile as it used to be. And then there's the mysterious health issues, especially respiratory problems. And we've known about this ongoing story for a while now, but people here and those investigating the situation haven't been willing or able to talk. Under the radar, a small team of academics and citizen scientists have been trying to work out what's happening. And finally, they're ready to show us. On clear mornings from her hillside village, Kanchanapon Bang Ud, known as Jeep, can see billowing clouds in the distance. Some 20 kilometres away in Laos lies the Hongsa Mine Mouth Power Project, a coal-fired power plant that began energy production in 2015. And for 5 months of the year, those man-made clouds emitted from the plant's stacks dissolve into tiny particles and are carried by the wind into Thailand. Nan province is a remote and picturesque part of the country. Locals here live intimately with the land. In recent years, they've witnessed drastic changes. Agricultural production has plummeted, and diseases have overtaken their crops. It's clear to see, looking at what's growing around the local area. For locals like Jib, the cause is clear: the Hongsa Power Plant.
ก็แรกๆก็เฉยๆอะค่ะไม่รู้สึกอะไรหลังมา 3-4 ปีเห็นชาวบ้านเขาบ่นว่าพืชไร่ของเขาอะมีการเปลี่ยนแปลงมีผลผลิตลดลงน้ำในพื้นที่ก็กินไม่ค่อยได้ยิ่งน้ำฝนเนี่ยค่ะกินไม่ได้ด้วยชาวบ้านเขาก็กังวลนะคะว่าถ้ามันเป็นเพราะทางโน้นจริงๆอะเราจะทำยังไงกันดีถ้าจะให้ย้ายหมู่บ้านก็ไม่ได้เพราะว่าถิ่นฐานบ้านเกิดทุกอย่างของชาวบ้านอยู่ที่นี่อยู่แล้วค่ะ
After years of data gathering, environmental observations and citizen science, a powerful correlation has now been drawn between the plant's operations and the transboundary impacts being experienced in 8 Thai villages. A team of experts trained in engineering, social science, health and environmental law have compiled evidence of air, soil and water being contaminated by heavy metals.
We want to see if a coal-fired power plant should be a party responsible for taking some action to help the villager with the problem they have. Because the villagers, especially farmers, they claim that they experienced several damage in their cultivation. Like they observed some very strange phenomena that they haven't observed before having the coal-fired power plant. And we found that the amount of the pollutant deposit in this area that is emitted from coal-fired power plant is actually correlated with the impact that the farmers see and correlated with the pH of the soil. So we conclude that there's a significant contribution from coal-fired power plant.
Of greatest concern to the community, the discovery and rise of an insidious, invincible toxin, mercury. Locals have been trained to do testing to create baseline data on their environment and, importantly, their health. They're looking for and finding mercury all around them, in local fish and in the hair of women in 8 different villages. Exposure to the metal can have effects on humans' nervous, digestive, immune and respiratory systems, as well as lungs and kidneys. It can cause cancer, as well as brain development issues in babies.
เวลาที่เรารับปลอดเข้าไปแล้วเนี่ยปลอดจะไม่สะสมที่ตัวแม่ แต่จะไปสะสมที่ตัวลูกค่ะเขาจะไปทางสายสะดือพอไปที่สะสมที่ตัวลูกพอเด็กคลอดออกมาแล้วเนี่ยนะคะมันก็อาจจะมีปัญหาเรื่องของพัฒนาการล่าช้าหรือเด็กเล็กที่กินปลาหรือกินอาหารที่มันมีการปนเปื้อนประหลอดเนี่ยในแหล่งอาหารตามธรรมชาติเนี่ยนะคะเขากินเข้าไปทุกวันเนี่ยมันก็จะมีผลต่อพัฒนาการของเด็ก
While mercury levels now are below the maximum admissible levels set by the World Health Organization, they have sharply risen in just 8 years since the plant began to operate.
For mercury, at least, does not really cause the impact just yet, but waiting for maybe another 8 years, that might, because it is just 8 years of the power plant operation, another 8 years, you might hit the point of no return. Mercury in the air is not very toxic. The mercury will become very toxic when it deposited into water body and it is transformed to organic or methyl mercury. It becomes very toxic and it will accumulate, or we call it biomagnification. It will be biomagnified in fish around 12,000 times of the deposited concentration. So we just cannot wait until the mercury hit the acceptable level. We should stop it now.
Experts have now determined with great confidence that toxic fumes from across the international border are what's plaguing these Thai communities. The Hong Sa power plant is just a few kilometres away as the crow flies. It's an operation burning the most polluting form of coal, lignite. The Hong Sa plant has reshaped the landscape around it. The scars of vast lignite mining, a soft and dirty type of coal that fuels power production, cut deep into the earth that surrounds the facility. This time-lapse video over the years from 1998 to 2022 shows how the mine has spread, overtaking the area. Lignite is considered the lowest quality of coal. It generates lots of carbon dioxide and is known to release high levels of sulfur, nitrogen oxides, and mercury. What's curious about this project is that while it's inside Laos, it's actually primarily a Thai venture. Hong Sa Power is a consortium 80% owned by Thai companies. Funding for the project came from 9 Thai banks in a total finance package worth $3.71 billion US dollars. And the vast majority of the electricity being produced is going to Thailand as well. The company declined requests for an interview for this story. So why build the plant in Laos in the first place?
The reason why the Thai go out to invest it abroad, because this Thai project, if you do it in Thailand, of course, there will be civil society resistance, protests, and so many things. The EA has to go through the public participation process, and all of these factors are the key driver why the Thai is going out to tap into the resources of the neighboring countries. You see the trend of Thai investors going out to invest more in other countries. But what kind of accountability mechanism that in place to regulate these investors?
The answer is, there is none. In the case of Hong Sa and a range of other overseas projects that Thailand is carrying out, there are international environmental risks that cannot be scrutinised under Thai regulations. In Laos, environmental standards are weak and civil society has little influence on public policy. No environmental impact assessment has to be done, and there are no mechanisms to ensure monitoring the project's impacts in Laos or in Thailand. According to Wara, this coal plant might not have even been able to be built in Thailand, or at least would have faced extensive delays.
And in Thailand, we can file a lawsuit, the citizen rights according to the constitutions. We entitled to get all the information about the project impacts like that. So we could use this as a base to file a lawsuit and arguing for appropriate compensation. But the project in Laos, you could imagine right now, like with the shrinking civil society space, with the projects located in a country that, most of the communities couldn't speak out. It seems to be perfect for this kind of project to be located. Yeah.
Thailand's National Human Rights Commission is looking at this case. I met with Commissioner Siamon Grayunwong, who says she wants the companies involved to adhere to universal principles on business and human rights.
กสม.ก็ใช้หลักนี้ในการตรวจสอบเกี่ยวกับนิติบุคคลไทยนะคะที่ไปลงทุนข้ามพรมแดนนะคะซึ่งถ้าแม้ว่าจะอยู่ข้ามพรมแดนประเทศอื่นไม่ใช่รัฐไทยแต่ถ้าเป็นนิติบุคคลไทยไปลงทุนเนี่ยก็ต้องมีความรับผิดชอบและถ้าผลกระทบเนี่ยข้ามมาที่ฝั่งไทยเนี่ยบริษัทที่ไทยก็ต้องรับผิดชอบเหมือนกันนะคะอันนี้เป็นหลักสากลที่สหประชาชาติวางหลักไว้แล้วก็ที่สำคัญคือนโยบายของคณะกรรมการตลาดหลักทรัพย์หรือกรต.เนี่ยซึ่ง2บริษัทเนี่ยอยู่ในตลาดหลักทรัพย์เป็นบริษัทมหาชนก็มีนโยบายที่เรียกว่าธรรมาภิบาลของบริษัทที่ต้องดูแลเรื่องสิ่งแวดล้อมเรื่องชุมชนอยู่แล้วนะคะซึ่งทั้ง2-3บริษัทก็ให้ความร่วมมือเป็นอย่างดีแล้วก็เห็นด้วยว่าเขาจะต้องมีความรับผิดชอบต่อกันในเรื่องนี้นะคะ
There is little prospect that Hong Sa will stop operating, but the villagers of Chalam Prakiat want some kind of resolution, because moving away from their homeland is unimaginable.
เราก็ไม่อยากไปไหนแบบเราก็รักบ้านของตัวเองเราเคยกินยังไงเราเคยอยู่ยังไงเราเคยใช้น้ำยังไงเราก็อยากใช้แบบนั้นตลอดไป